All right. Hey, y'all. We are live. It is Friday evening. It's been a minute since I've been live on here. So, getting back in the swing of things. So, if you are joining us on the live, let us know. If you are joining us on the replay, let us know that as well. We are on Facebook and YouTube tonight. So, let us know where you're catching us from, that sort of thing. Um, and then we will get started. If you're joining us for the first time, my name is Allison Baggett. I'm the owner of the Art Studio. We're a creative art studio located in central Alabama in Montevallo. It's a quaint, fun little town, and we are here to have some fun tonight. We've got a great event going on in the back of our building. There's a little green area park that they're doing some music and food trucks. So if you're local, come on out and join that. The rain has stopped here, and we had a downpour earlier, but we are good to go. The sun's shining now, and hopefully it'll dry up some. Bring a blanket, bring a chair, and come out and enjoy the music tonight. So we are going to be doing something really fun. We are kind of, the month of June kind of has a theme of tie dye and just fun, bright colors. And so I wanted to bring a fun activity to you tonight to share with you. If you have a child signed up for our Messy Art Lab, they're actually going to get to do one of these when we do our camp that week. But if you've missed out on that, because it is full, and we'll talk more about some of our summer camps here in a little bit. But if you've missed out on that opportunity, we've got opportunities for you to do these in the studio as well. So we are going to just start out. I'm going to go through my supplies and let you know what I have and what we're using tonight. I have our peace sign cut out right here. So we're going to be using that. I painted the back side just so you could kind of see what we're doing. We're going to do a little bit of extra with this on this side since we've got the lines on it. I'm using watercolor paints. So normally you would use acrylic paints on these, but I love using liquid watercolors on these. Now the pans don't do quite as well, but you can use those. But my go-to is the colorations. You can tell that we really like these. And so we use these all the time. This one, a lot of these are empty and I have had to restock here recently. But they're my favorite go-to. I love them. For little kids, bigger kids, adults, we all use them. All right. So I just have a cup of water right here that I was using to kind of clean out my brush in between colors. And then I've got just this I really think it's made for like Japanese ink and stuff, but it works great for watercolor because it absorbs so much of the paint and the color. All right. So we're going to get started. With this, you could do any kind of tie-dye pattern that you want to do. You don't have to do what I'm doing tonight. You could do any pattern. But I am going to start with, I'm going to go in rainbow order, and then we're going to do a spiral. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we'll finish this up with some detail at the end. All right, so my brush is wet. I did find that it works better when your brush is wet. So we're just going to dip our tip of our brush into the paint, and I'm just going to start out by kind of doing a spiral on here. All right, and then I'm going to go back and just get some water. You can see how it's already kind of starting to go into the grain of the wood, but I want to put some more water on this so that when I get ready to add my other colors, it'll really do a really good job of blending. All right, so I'm going to move that off to the side. I'm going to go with orange next. And I'm not wetting the board before I put the paint down. I'm just waiting until after to go back with water. And then that way I can kind of control where I want that water to go. And we're just going to kind of spiral that out a little bit. All right. Then we're going to go into the yellow. So whatever colors are your favorites, you can use more of those colors. I am just kind of using the same amount for each color, but I'm actually going out farther with my warm colors than I did, on the other side. So It could be totally different. It does not have to be the same any 2 times you do it. All right, so we're just going to grab a little bit more water. And what I'm doing is just kind of coming in and mixing these colors a little bit, just kind of pulling one into the other. And you can do that from the center. You can do that from one color to the next. Totally up to you how you do this, okay? All right, so I've got red, orange, and yellow. I'm going to start with my green now, and I'm going to go out around the edge down here. This one, it's really easy to see. The warm colors are so close to one another that it's kind of hard to see when it mixes. And I had a little bit of an oops right there, but I think it'll be okay because it just added an extra area for that green to go. All right, so we've got that. I want to go in with just a little bit more water there so that those colors mix together a little bit more, and I want to fade that out just a little bit. Had a pretty hard line on it. All right, so my green is done, and then I'm going to come in with blue and then purple finally, okay? So you could do this if you don't have this wood cut out, then you could do it with a napkin. This is really good for fine motor skills for little kids. And then just color theory in general for older kids. They get a really good chance to see how the colors mix and what you do to get other colors. You could just give them, red, blue, and yellow and let them mix the colors. I just decided I wanted to go ahead and use all of them. And so that was why I went with this. All right. So last but not least, we're going to use our purple. And I'm just going to do this in the spots that don't have any. I'm not going to worry about trying to go back and, fill in like down here anywhere. I'm not really concerned with that. So I really do like how this right in here is flooded. And so it's really coming down into that area. Now I do want to go back. My magenta in the middle has kind of gotten lost. So I'm going to come back with a little bit more of that on top of that orange, and let's just see what we get. All right. I do like how these mix like a regular tie-dye. Like you don't really have, like the colors don't stay by themselves like they do when you're, using acrylic paints. You don't have to do as much blending, which is really nice. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to take a paper towel, and I just want to, I'm going to get 2 paper towels, and I just want to lay this on top. I don't want to wipe it. I just want to lay it on top. And that way it's going to absorb all those puddles where it's really flooded with color and with liquid. And so we're just going to lay that down just like that. And it's going to be, the paper towel is going to be just as cool as the wood cutout. And I'm just kind of pressing this down just so that it does touch everywhere. And that way, in case there is paint that it needs to absorb, it can. And then we're going to pull it up. And it'll have the majority of the paint pulled up on it. I love how the wood grain shows through. I don't know how easy that is to see. But here is our, whoops, wrong way. There's our impression that it made, or our print that it has made. And that's really cool, just as cool as the wood cutout. So I'm going to throw that off to the side. I'm going to go dry this real quick. I was going to try and show you how, can you see how the wood grain shows through? Isn't that so cool? And I really didn't do a whole lot to, make this look like that. It just was the way it soaked up the water and the liquid and the color. So I'm going to go dry this real quick, and then I will be back and we'll add some fun details and talk about what all we've got coming up. All right. All right, so we're back. So what I'm going to do on this, I've already got the lines that are kind of scored on here, and I've got these big honking Posca pens. These are huge, but they're really nice for big areas like this. And so we're going to actually use this to do the outline of the hand. And when I'm done, then I'll come back with some white and we'll use that on top just to kind of add some accent. So let's talk about what we've got going on at the studio and how you can paint one of these. So every month we go to Calera. We have First Friday in Calera. We're in downtown, like the Main Street district. We are usually like somewhere around Adventurers Coffee Company, plant on that side, on the 25 side, if you're familiar with the area. And then on second Saturdays, we have Middle Street Market. So both of those weekend events, we have the studio is either open or we have stuff available for you to buy. These are going to be kits that we have available in June. So June 4th is our next First Friday. It's going to come with the watercolors, and then you can take it home and paint it and do it like you want it. We also will have these available on Middle Street Market Day, which is June 12th. So it's the next Saturday. And so you all come out and support the local businesses that are here and in Calera. We have had so much fun with First Friday, and then we had our very first Middle Street Market last month. So that was a huge success, and we were really excited and looking forward to doing it again. We, on that second Saturday, we will have the studio open. We actually have an event, a tie-dye event going on. It'll be for all ages. So you'll need to register ahead of time for that. But we're going to be doing tie-dye t-shirts. You can choose if you want a pillowcase or a t-shirt, and then you get to choose your size. And so you're going to come in. We've got colors. We've got the bright, fun colors, but we've also got like some navy blue and some tan and taupe, some of the more neutral colors. I think I've even got some gray. So if you're not really into the whole, traditional tie-dye look, don't worry. We got you covered, and you can do something more neutral with your shirt. Let me get this paint off the table so I don't mess up the back side of this. But we have got that opportunity available. If you have a kid who is wanting to do art for, the whole summer, we actually have summer camp starting on Monday, and the deadline for next week's camp is tonight. So that will be a drawing camp. We will be learning just different techniques with drawing. It's not really cartoon. So if your child is into more anime and that sort of thing, we will not be covering all of that, but they will learn the basics. And even those basics will help them when they do draw anime. It's going to enhance what they're doing in that. So if you're interested, that is for ages 9 to 13. And so feel free to join us. We have a few spots available in that camp. And then we have a dollhouse camp that will be 2 weeks from next week. And it's still got a few spots available in it. And the deadline for it is also tonight. We've got to get dollhouses in and get them put together. So we are cutting off registration for that tonight. So if you're interested in either of those, just know that those deadlines are coming up quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then also, we have an art journaling camp. And I'm going to be going live probably next week to show you guys more about that camp. It's a new one for us, but I think it'll be really beneficial for kids. And it's a lot of fun. So you get to get messy, you get to have fun, and you get to learn something in the process. So you can't beat that. So those are our camps that are coming up. The link for those are in the comments. So you can go to artstudiomontebello.com/summer camps, or summer camp without the S at the end, sorry. And then just look on there and find on the calendar what works for you and what works for your schedule. So we are looking forward to all of that. I was trying to think if there was anything else I was supposed to tell y'all tonight. It has been a day. We had car issues. I was supposed to go live earlier, and my car broke down on the way home today. So had to go get that fixed and get back on the road. But we got it. God is good, and we are back in business. So anyway, there is our Peace Sun hand. It's so much fun. So I'm going to go back with some white. And this one is kind of I don't know if this one will work or not. I may have to go grab another one. Yeah, I think that one's probably done. All right, let me go grab another white paint pen, and I'll be right back. All right, so this one, we just want to kind of add some accents to it with this. So it's not going to be outlined completely. And if you wanted to like give this a light sanding when you get done, you could easily do that. And it's not going to take a whole lot of the paint off. If you want it to look more vintage, you could take more of the paint off. But the paint is like soaked down into the wood, the grain of the wood. So it's not going to just come off by any means. But we can hopefully get enough paint out of this one. I gotta go get some more of these. All right. Let's see if we can get some. If not, I can grab some white paint. Let me do that. All right. Be right back. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to get a little bit of water to mix in with that white paint. And basically, a paint pen is the same thing. It's just a little bit easier to do it with a paint pen because it's like working with a marker. All right, so we're just adding just a little bit of an accent line with this. This is not going to outline everything, obviously. But can you see how it makes it pop when you do that? So you can really see that outline and the color. It really makes it where it pops very nicely. All right, I'm going to turn this upside down. And I really don't even have like a solid line. You're seeing a lot of brush strokes with this, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking the fact that it's kind of broken up like that. All right, so there, my friends, is our Peace Sun and ready to go. You hang this on your kid's door. If you wanted to put their name on it, you could do that. there are lots of different ways you could finish this out. One of the things that I've done with it, I actually took the fruit of the spirit and wrote it in the different sections of the hand. And I'm looking at making that into a sticker. So, you know, you could easily add words or phrases or to this if you wanted to. There's lots of different things that you could do with it. So you guys have a great night. Enjoy the sunshine that's out now. If it's sun shining where you are, if you're in Montevallo, come out and enjoy some music tonight in Owls Cove. And we hope to see you soon. If you are on our email list, you should have gotten an email today about camps. And you'll be getting one soon about all of our June classes that are coming up for adults and kids outside of our summer camps. And then if you're on our text messages, you can get updates with everything that's going on just by texting the word create to 205-964-5413. So you guys have a great night. I'll see you soon. Y'all have a good one.